expensive. I was looking for like if NECA had anything to do with it or
I know,
Yeah,
me
I'm
too.
one of those guys to touch these because that'd be sick.
Dang, I'm actually surprised. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, there's nothing, dude.
I wonder why. You think maybe because Clint Eastwood doesn't want to lend his
His likeness.
likeness out?
Yeah, we gotta wait till he's gone.
Surprise Hot Toys or Sideshow or one of those doesn't have
And
one though.
I think I saw like a custom one at Frankenstein's.
That'd be cool. It'd be cool to pick up.
They got GI Joes that they can do. There's a bunch of people who are making like Rambo and Stallone and Cobra and Commando custom GI Joe stuff. I'm sure somebody could put something together. All right, we're live. Maribel Madrid's Zoom meeting. Oh, I gotta rename that.
It's like that every week. You just notice that?
It isn't. No, it isn't.
Yeah, it does. Every week you shoot on it, it says that.
He's not lying.
Where'd Jose go?
He's on eBay looking for toys.
We lost him.
All right, what's going on this week, guys? You guys have to. I can't lead until I get this stuff fixed, and I can't talk and chew
Anybody
gum at the
see
same time.
the story about how the Captain Marvel show for Disney Plus is undergoing extensive reshoots?
No.
There's
No.
yeah, well, not that there's a whole lot of excitement over it, but there's a lot of talk, a lot of buzz that what was the subtitle for the new Spider-Man movie?
No.
Is it No Way Home? No, it's No Way Home. So that Spider-Man No Way Home, because it was so successful at the box office and that it was so absent of any like wokeness, that Disney got nervous with the Captain Marvel show, and they need to redo some of it because I guess they think it's a little heavy-handed. So they're having second thoughts,
Wild.
which is mildly encouraging.
I mean, yeah, there's. I don't know. There aren't we going to movies to escape? You know, I'm not
Some
trying.
people might be.
You know, I'm not trying to be preached to. I'm not trying to be preached to in a movie.
Well, unfortunately, that's like so common these days. I mean, I didn't see. I only watched, I think, the first 40 minutes of the new Matrix movie. And
Oh, that was rough.
that was a snooze fest. I was very disappointed, and I heard that it only gets worse after that. Somebody was telling me that the first 40 minutes is like the best part of the film, and I was like, "Oh my god, you mean I got bored with the best part?"
I was literally just about to say that. You stopped at the perfect time because Rachel and I watched it in 2 sittings, and we paused it right at like that mark, and we came back and watched the rest, and we were like, "Is this the same movie?
Yeah.
Is this literally like it was so bad compared to the first chunk?"
I stopped right at the part where the fire alarm goes off at the video game company. That's where I stopped.
Okay, yeah,
So,
yeah.
So
You stopped pretty good. That was a good spot to stop.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice to see Carrie Ann Moss and Keanu Reeves again, but it was kind of a snooze fest, and I was like, this really, because the other Matrix movies kind of pick up pretty quick. The action starts, the the narrative is moving. It's like, and this one was just, I don't know. It didn't seem right. So
If you're not going to tell us where you're going with it, like, then give me some clues along the way so that I can fill the gaps in myself. Because until it gets 3/4 of the way through, and all of the entire Matrix is animated by, spoiler alert, the entire Matrix now is animated by Neo and Trinity's revived corpses. And they could pull Neo out and they could just run off Trinity. Like, it just, you could see where the second half of the collaboration was missing in that. And it wasn't Wachowski's, it was Wachowski, and it just, it was missing something, like, Josh is going to love this analogy, but, all 4 of the Beatles are Rock and Roll Hall of Fame members by themselves as solo artists, but when they got together and formed Voltron, like, there was one point where they had 14 out of the top 20 songs going, and those two wrote 296 songs together. And originally, George Harrison was just kind of there to be cute and play lead. But then once he came into his own, like, his songs were better than John and Paul's, at least during the era where he was writing his songs. While My Guitar Gently Weeps, and like, something, goodness, just ultimate classics. But them people being together, working off of each other, calling out people for their bullshit and having people call out you for your bullshit, and just the inspiration that you feel from camaraderie, you could really see it missing from that flick for sure. You can't have chemistry with yourself.
Yeah, and that Beatles analogy, Josh loves the Beatles. Like, he's one of the biggest Beatle fans I know.
Mhm. Helter Skelter, baby. Helter Skelter.
Fuck. Good shit.
All right. So, Liz,
Yes.
tell us about the comic book debacle, the SoCal comic book debacle of last week, and why there was no Comic Cave and so forth. I know you don't deal directly with Comic Cave supply, but I think that the problem was all the same.
Oh yeah, the problem was the same for so New Year's was that weekend, and some companies recognize New Year's Day on Monday too, and they give their employees Mondays off. So Diamond shipped all their stuff, because right now all of this week's stuff from Diamond was actually at the warehouse last week too. They ship a week ahead of time. So it gives the company, they're called Geodis, that's the drop point for a lot of comic book stores to go and pick up. If they're not having it directly shipped to their store, there's a drop off point. So you get like less, pay less for shipping and this and the other, because it's getting shipped freight and, that kind of thing. So Monday was closed for Geodis because they recognized it as New Year's Day. And Tuesday, because you can pick up on Monday, some accounts can pick up on Monday, most can pick up on Tuesday, and some pick up on Wednesday. So when they came in on Tuesday, they hadn't separated the pallets into the individual store accounts and counting to make sure all the boxes were there and this and that and the other. And so a lot of stores went in to go pick up their stuff, and nothing was ready for them to pick up because the pallets hadn't been separated out into the individual stores. Well, part of the contract that Geodis has with Diamond is that by 1 p.m. on Tuesday, they have to have all of that stuff separated and done. And they didn't realize that. I don't know if that Geodis knew that that was part of their contract, because Diamond was getting slammed by a bunch of people saying, "Where's my stuff? How come I don't have it?" And so then Geodis went and they separated all their stuff out, and some stores were still able to go pick up late on Tuesday because Geodis is open, I think until like 3 or 4. So some stores were able to go back and pick up their stuff, whereas most, I think, went Wednesday morning to go pick up and get their stuff. So it's possible some stores didn't go in on Tuesday to pick up their stuff and waited till Wednesday to do it. And that could be, I don't know I'm assuming you guys get your stuff on Tuesday night sometimes.
Yeah.
So it may not have been ready, or they may not have picked up wherever you get it, may not have picked it up on Tuesday. They may have picked up on Wednesday morning. I don't know. But that's why the shipping delay happened. Unfortunately, with us, our stuff was mixed in with the other pallets. So our stuff was standing there on a pallet that couldn't be unpacked because it got mixed up and that happened to some of the other stores. We found out too. There are a couple of other stores where half their shipments got mixed up with this week's pallet shipment. And so some of them didn't get all of their comics and some didn't get any of them yet, but it's all sitting there for us to pick up tomorrow. So there shouldn't be any problems tomorrow for anybody because it's all there. We saw it because when we went in on Wednesday to go pick up our stuff, there were just pallets of diamond boxes that were out there that was ready for this week's separation and distribution. So long story short, it was just a weekend holiday delay thing. Sometimes like your trash pickup happens on a holiday day and they wait to the next day to do it. It's kind of
That
like
strike they had in Anaheim a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it's kind of like that kind of a situation where it just got delayed, and I just think that Geodis didn't know that they were required to do it by a certain time or whatever. So, but that's why that only would have affected diamond shipments. That didn't affect Lunar. So DC and anything that Lunar distributes, because they don't just distribute DC. They distribute some other small press stuff as well. Some other small press companies have also gone the route of being able to be distributed through Lunar as well. So they distribute through Diamond and through Lunar, whereas DC is exclusive through Lunar. It's kind of interesting. So you get your choice as to where you want to put your distribution dollars, I guess.
That's cool. So now the hoses are kinked. You guys are going to be tripping over yourselves at work over the next couple of days, huh?
So tomorrow we're getting a regular, we're going up to Diamond to pick up our stuff, and there's like 10 boxes there. Wednesday we're getting another 8 boxes, and then we're also getting, we're getting like a pallet and a half of DC comics coming in. So the next couple of days we're going to be sorting through a lot of stuff and getting a whole bunch of new stuff out, and comics and toys and statues and all kinds of stuff is coming in.
So Isaac, Liz, both of you guys are the brains behind your Whatnot sales, right?
Yeah.
There's, I'm trying to get this house, and Jose logs in. Are you arguing with Isaac being brains?
No,
Anyway.
where is Jose at? He's looking for Jose.
So I'm going to be selling a bunch of my stuff. I was talking to you guys earlier because I need to get like 20 grand to get the down payment to get this house. And I really don't want to sell. You guys know the books I don't want to sell. And I have a whole bunch of books that I don't mind selling. You think Whatnot is a good avenue? Now, what kind of, I'm thinking about going that route just so I don't have to deal with eBay shenanigans and whatnot. I think if you're going to do it, I really don't want to try to sell any of my higher end stuff. So Whatnot's probably a good way to go with the lower end stuff, right?
It is, but you don't get paid right away. You have to wait till people receive it, and then the people still have to say that you've received it. And so it takes a while to get paid out. You don't get like instant dollars. It takes like at least a week to 2 weeks to get paid
And it
out.
takes a little bit to become a seller too. It's not
Yeah.
just like, hey, I'm gonna sell stuff like you can on eBay. I open up an account and then automatically I can start selling things. You have to apply to become a seller there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm already super established on eBay, so I might just do that route. The thing
The
is that
percentage I think is pretty much on par with eBay that they take out between eBay and like PayPal fees and stuff like that.
well, that's not what I'm tripping on. I'm just tripping on the fact that like I know that I can sell my first appearance of Scarlet Witch, like no problem. But my other X-Men number 4 from 2018, you know, like, will I get $1 from it on eBay along with the other 50 on there? Probably not. But if it's from drinking tequila or, you know, some other random thing, then I might be able to move some bulk through that. You know what I mean? So, you know, there's lots of things I don't mind selling because they're bigger. They take space. Most of the stuff in the cases, it's bigger. It takes space. I put it together. I'm not going to be too heartbroken to have it be gone, but there's other things that they have. You know, you guys know how I was when I sold Juggernaut. Shit, I was fucked up until I got another one. So if I go sell everything, man, like I'm gonna be full of I'm gonna be full of resent. And but I also, the deal that I'm getting for this house, like if I can get in the door, once I get in the door, I instantly have 200 grand in equity. So, you know, I can do the chase
Buy
again and
back
try to
everything
get.
you sold.
I'm sorry.
So you'll just buy back everything you sold.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, no, yeah, don't trust me. Like, there's that, but then I don't know, man. I don't know. It's hard. I'm having a hard time, but I wouldn't have a problem selling the rest of my stuff or most of the comics. Like shit, I got boxes and boxes and boxes. There's just like 3 boxes I don't want to touch, you know. So that's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be interesting having to do that. I was supposed to be doing that this week, but we're good. We got financing lined up. Everything looks to be good. I just got to get this 35 grand together, which a year ago seemed like a lot of money. It doesn't seem like too much money right now in the scheme of things. I can pull 15 grand from my 401k. So it's really like 20 grand. And I know I can get 20 grand out of my collection easy. It's just which ones
How to
I'm going
move
to
it.
be. Yeah. Like there's certain ones I just don't want to be gone.
Yeah, well, you said that you don't want to touch those boxes, so don't even touch them and just start moving the minor keys, moving like get creative with the selling, because that's how we got into it. We just got creative with our selling, not selling any of my big keys, but if I have a double of a minor, I definitely sell it. And if I'm out and about, because anytime we're in an area and there's a comic store, I'll go check, and if I find one for a decent dollar, I'll buy it because I know it's something that I can make an X amount of dollars more off of it. You know, everybody makes money. Like we always say, we'll buy something and we'll have some of the pie, and then we sell some, and there'll be a little bit of pie for somebody else to make some money, because we want to make sure everybody's making money. We're not just trying to get everything. Everybody should be making money off of something.
No, for sure. And you know, if I need to turn this money pretty quick, but you know, I got all that stuff through my own side hustles and whatnot too. There's nothing stopping me from opening that business up again as well. So other than me not wanting to do the work. So, you know, I could do it. I hustled in the first place, and I was able to amass a pretty amazing collection without having to pay for it with the money from work and whatnot. So I'd like to see it turn into something,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and but yeah, man, So we'll see what happens. That's gonna be interesting.
Well, if you want to do Whatnot, now is the time to apply for it. You got to start that ahead of time because it can take.
Well, you have an account already set up. You just need to let them know you want to be a seller, and
Yeah.
they'll want like your info for your like your social medias, and that's where they give you. You have the YouTube that you can say that you have X amount of followers on here, and you can use that, or your Instagram, or your Facebook.
Yeah, it's more YouTube's the only thing left, dude. Instagram, I never really did too much with it, and Facebook was amazing.
But
Until it
still,
got
you have it.
disrupted.
You still have it though, and it has the numbers still showing, so you can still
Yeah.
use those numbers. You can go on my Facebook, I have this many followers and this much, and my YouTube, I have this many followers and this much, and it shouldn't take you too long to get picked up.
We'll see what's up. We'll see what's
And
up.
the cool
That's
thing
for
is,
the
you don't have
comments.
the cool thing is you don't have to deal with the shipping on there. Like the shipping gets done for you, so all you do is just print a label and you just slap it in a box, but make sure you package it properly.
Yeah, I used to have a lot of boxes to sell comics with.
I didn't take them all. I took a few.
I mean, the
Dude.
only difference like that I see is like on eBay, you just list it and it's like you list it and leave it, and then it sells when it sells. Whereas
Yeah.
on Whatnot, it's a little more interactive. So you're putting on, like a better word, you're putting on a show, and the more.
Well, I don't
know,
think I'm
entertaining
gonna
and
sell
fun
it.
and interactive you are with everybody. I think more people watch it, more people have fun, more people enjoy, happy people spend more money, that kind of thing. Because I pop around to some other shows and I'm just like, I start falling asleep. Ask Josh, I'm like, dude, this guy's boring. I just have to get out. He might have, the comic that I want, or some interesting or fun things, or just even some of the card stuff. But if you're just, okay, here it is, and then they just set it up. Yeah, Iron Man's kind of cool. Okay, nobody wanted it. And then they put the next one up, and you're just like, okay.
That might not even be what I do.
4 hours of this?
That might not even be what I do, but I was just, trying to pick your guys' brains over it. Because it seems like, there's books that you can't give away that you can get $1 for on that. And I have enough of these certain books where if I got just $1 for them, there's enough of them to where it would actually be worth selling them, so I don't know. We'll see. I can sell one of these kids too. They're it's pretty lucrative, the whole selling your child business.
Jesus.
I'm kidding. This is just jokes. It's just jokes, folks. All right, I need to go use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. But what's going on in the cave this week, guys?
What is going on in the cave this week, guys?
Hopefully, we got books this week.
Jose, what's going on in the cave?
Oh, you're in it. Lego's on his couch. You're in the cave. What's going on there?
Got a king shark.
Did you get the build a
Dope.
figure?
He's gonna be our Vanna White this week at Whatnot.
That's so
He'll be
cool.
for each book. He'll just be there like,
Does his mouth open?
buy my book. Yeah.
Yay! He's so cool.
Isaac, does your printer print color?
The big one, no.
Okay,
Why?
Roger that.
Why?
I was gonna print something for the Whatnot show, a little banner for us, but that's cool.
What did Israel ask?
Israel asked, how many times can you do Whatnot in a week?
Every
As
day.
many times
Every
as
day,
you want.
all day.
All day you can
You
go
do it all day
24
long,
hours.
too. I think there was like the longest one's been done is like 28 hours.
Was that Torpedo Comics? Because they never
It
shut
might-
up.
It might have been, but I don't know who did it. I just know that there was
Gee.
one that went.
So salty, Jose.
Salty.
All of a sudden he
I
pops in
think
and he's just
every
like
time I
throwing-
comment in the Whatnot about Torpedo overgrading their books and overpricing their shit, I get about 20 people saying that they agree with me in every single chat room. It's like they're not even talking about Torpedo, and I just drop comments like that.
Jose comes in, he's just throwing haymakers.
Yeah.
I come in swinging, yo. I go for the jugular.
You run deep,
This
right,
whole
homie?
thing.
You run deep.
Who said we run deep?
That
I'm like,
was-
"Shut up, Isaac. No, we don't.
Hey, we run deep, homie. We used to cut lines with 15 heads, bro.
We actually did.
We used to have 15
I
we had number 1 and 2 in line, and you were like number 3 and 4, and you became number 20 when we were done.
That was the good old days, man.
But
I remember
slowly-
doing that too, and I
you would
remember like people
slowly-
giving me dirty looks.
You would
And
slowly
I'd be like, "What?"
all the people in the back, and they would just all look at you so mad because they had been waiting there for hours, and you're just like, "Yeah, we run deep, homie. Sorry."
Dude, I would do that all the time in the John Romita Jr. lane.
Fucking guy. It's all good. It's all good, man.
I'm glad I rolled deep with you guys now.
This fucker. God damn it, man. That sketch is so bad.
Not only that sketch, but your Herbie, you lost your Herb.
Oh, dude.
Yo, low key
Hey,
though.
you know what? I
Low
got
key,
two
though,
George
I bet-
Perez sketches. I got 2 George Perez sketches.
Are you sending?
Unfortunately, he's his what is it? His ship's gonna sail soon, sadly. And
Is that why?
Hopefully-
Is this what this was?
no, that's just me thinking. That's just me thinking.
Wow.
pretty brutal.
You know, you just set
Fucking
yourself
Cobra
up for
Commander
another one of
over
those,
The
or poltergeist situations,
Decepticon
right?
over here.
One of those is gonna turn into a Trimpy, dude.
He said, all right, I think I could get those 20 grand a little bit quicker. Hurry up, old man.
Jeez.
You know what though? Somebody will pay good money for that John Romita Jr. sketch though.
The one
Not
eyeball
me,
with
but
the
somebody.
points.
Watching the whatnot the other night when Sanchez was in the store and he lost out on the
Oh, that was so
one thing he
good.
wanted.
That was so good. I was like, he stopped bidding on it and he was talking. I went, oh, this guy's gonna
Because
lose.
I asked him a question. I'm like, oh, hey, you know, Sanchez would know, I guess. I'm like, hey, you know, Jay Lee doesn't do a lot of signings anymore. And he's like, well, you know, and he goes into like trying to talk, and then like halfway through, he's just like, oh, crap,
I lost
The
that.
look on his face when that happened, he was so mad. He's like, damn it.
Liz
The-
totally
The
sabotaged him.
one thing that he
Brutal.
wanted, and he was waiting
Saboteur.
all night for at the store. I was like, yeah.
Saboteur.
I didn't mean to, but it was still funny.
Good shit. Serves him right, Mr. Know-It-All.
Yeah.
Busted
As
the
a
dirty-
as a viewer, that was very entertaining.
Yes, it was. Because I hear him in the
I
back.
told him, I go, that's
Oh
one
crap!
of
I
the-
lost it. I went. Ha!
I go, that's one of the drawbacks for being part of the live studio audience is that I'm going to interact with you if you're there. And and I was
And,
even
and he got
thinking
dirty
about it.
Sanchez.
I Sanchez. Oh man, it was pretty
That was
funny.
good shit.
Oh,
I
fun
knew you guys would
times.
appreciate that.
That was awesome.
Good laugh.
Thank you.
I got quite a bit of stuff to sell. AJ said he wanted to buy some of my GI Joes, and then I got a USS flag to sell too, which is I don't know if you guys are. What's that?
Hey, that's money.
Yeah, that's money.
Big boy money.
It's big boy money. So I got quite a bit of vehicles and things that I just have in boxes put away, and they're big, and I don't ever break them out or display them or anything. God damn! Can you guys hear the baby screaming in the background? Is it coming through mine?
Oh,
Man,
What you should do on your Instagram is just like take pictures of your stuff and see if somebody just like do all the hashtags of GI Joe and collector and all that shit. And I'm pretty sure somebody will fucking hit you up to buy it off you.
yeah.
That's a good idea.
Start taking
just-
pictures of all your GI Joe stuff, have it like in post, and like just say like, dude, look at this, blah blah, blah, and say how much you love it. And you saying how much you love it, somebody will jump in and go, "Hey, would you buy any?"
I want to
chance
steal
wanna
your
sell that?"
happiness.
Yeah, dude, Jose or Steve, somebody said how much I love something, and then they made me sell it, and it sold for crazy money because people were like, I want it just because he's gonna be sad that he doesn't own it anymore.
Oh, that was me. That was my Black Panther stuff.
Yeah, I was just like, damn, like people want to buy your sadness.
Hey, jokes on
They
them
also
though, because
wanna
then
pay to
I
see you
turned
guys
around
get
and bought
drunk.
those same books again, but CGC'd.
I'll be right.
So Israel's asked twice in the chat whether or not we'd heard that they're going to do the Amazing Spider-Man 3 and whether or not we had any thoughts on it.
I heard there was rumors about it. I don't know if it's official. It would be cool. I'd watch it.
So that would be a third Andrew Garfield film.
Yeah. So he would have a trilogy as well.
You know, I didn't watch any of his movies except for the first one.
They were
And I didn't
good.
care
He
for it.
he was an awkward type of Peter Parker. I don't think I would ever agree with Steve's cool. How Steve was saying how cool he was and he was too cool.
No, he was saying that he's like, I didn't believe him because he was too cool, he was too handsome, he was too sexy. I was like, whoa, buddy, what you mean? What you talking about now?
Yeah.
Talking about how he wanted to throw him over his shoulder and take him into his goblin cave and do goblin things.
Wow.
Being
Said that was his Disney princess that he was gonna take.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Come here and sit on Modoc's lap.
wow. Hey, you guys can't rag on him, only I can. I love him like that. You guys take
like
it
a,
too
you guys
far.
have like a Tina Turner and Joe relationship.
Tina Turner.
Her husband used to beat her up. Ike Turner. There we go. Thank you.
I was gonna say Ike, Mike and Ike.
I'm thinking about Joe Jackson, Michael Jackson's dad.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, but I think they should if they can reference into the what is it, the No Way Home and Andrew Garfield's trilogy, that'd be kind of cool.
like they go and like they started off with him like showing back up after the fucking bubble that they came out of.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
should
when does emo
fucking
part
run that
go
hype
away?
train right now.
Saved. What's her
Totally.
face? MJ.
And
Well,
say
now that
Gwen
they-
Stacy.
It's like comics, dude. How many Spider-Man titles do you have going at any given time?
Dude, I'm so bad when I read multiple titles, especially when they do Batman like that on the same week. It's like I get fucking confused in the stories.
Oh yeah.
Fucking ridiculous, man. I'm like, wait a minute, this wasn't the one. It was that one. I fucking hate that.
That's happened to us a couple of times. We're like, you know what? Stop
Man.
picking that one up because I'm lost now.
Now, I'm getting scared now. They're gonna do that with something done the children. Well, Aaron and that one dude were hooking up in front of Erica.
Sounds like a damn soap opera now.
Right.
But
That's-
hey, whatever sells.
I think the biggest thing as far as comics goes and everything with having to sell all those and whatnot is that I'm not ready to not have that chapter of my life closed. Like I got this going on. I got what's
Nobody's telling you to close it, bro. You're just making some cash, bro. What if you died tomorrow? Where would that shit go? Directly to the front of the house for sale for all of us to rifle through.
it goes to the grave.
Respectively, of course.
Respectfully, of course. Like,
Well, we're gonna
come on.
It's like the
I already
It's like
I already
the
left-
Simpsons episode
I'm gonna
with
I already
start
have
with
Pinky.
something written for them to
Start
be
with
able
the
to do
X-Men.
it. Like
Shit,
if something
if you're-
happens,
just
sell
give it
like
to
this.
Dave, bro. Just give it to Dave. Bro.
Yeah,
If
he'll
you-
sell it
Figure
all
out.
for $1,000.
No. It's the Pinchy episode from The Simpsons where like, oh, Nate would have wanted me to have it. Nate would have wanted us to have it.
Eating it.
Somebody
No,
else.
it's-
You would have
No,
wanted us
no.
to have it.
It's the episode where Martin's mom takes his collection to comic book guy and he's like, Action Comics #1. I can give you $50. And then Barton Millhouse telling him, no, lady, that box is worth a fortune. Well, right back to the attic you go.
Yeah, dude, you're not
All right,
right.
y'all. I gotta head out for the night. It was fun. I'll catch you later.
Have a good night,
Good
like girl.
night.
Later. And he's gone.
And
Sad face.
yeah, you're not closing a chapter, dude. You're just cutting the collection down, and you'll be back. You don't ever leave.
Yeah.
Like you said, you have
That's
those
not true.
2 boxes that you're holding on to.
Some of us left.
No, you still get a few.
You're
things.
fucking living it, bro. I don't know what you mean left. It's still a part of your life.
Is that a Captain America
Like it
shield I see
or
behind you
not.
next to the other Captain America shields?
While you're wearing your Captain America underoos still.
Zero comics, bro. Zero
That's
comics.
That's also not true.
Zero.
That's not
You
true.
have
What was the
you
last
have
one I got?
Don't lie to them.
Dungeon and
You have the Army
Dragon
of Darkness
comics.
collected edition, and then you've got the Klaus. You've got all the collected edition hardcover of the He-Man, the mini comics.
Yeah, that's all stuff that's like 40 years old.
But you still have them.
Why would you turn that house into a house of lies?
Yeah, why do you turn your house into a house of lies? Don't spit in our face and tell us it's raining, Josh.
He was trying to hold it together. He was like, that was good. I gotta give you that one.
This was just purchased like a couple of maybe a month ago.
When you guys
Man,
brought the case
talk about
at the,
a
when you guys
collector.
brought the case at the store, he pulled a sample. Mine.
So don't even.
This is the first
pretend.
appearance of America's ass right here. Mine.
Oh,
There you go.
that's fun.
Don't even.
Flame.
Don't
Always
even
throwing me
pretend.
Run
under
it.
the bus. I'm taking this here.
I'm not. Ow! I'm not throwing you under the bus. I'm stating facts. Remember, you're all about truth,
Yeah.
honesty, and
that's the
facts.
truth
And I
over
just
here.
dropped 3 of those with
Oh, yeah,
this
what about
one
your
action figure.
And Israel just said, "What about your Kingdom Come, Josh?"
I don't currently collect Kingdom Come.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
you
longer
bought
be
and collect. You
public.
still have it.
I don't have any ongoing titles in my.
But you're still a collector because you have it.
It's the remnants.
Just like
of
the
bygone
collector
age.
has all those artifacts in his house of collection or whatever the fuck it's called.
No, it's the ruins of Weathertop, right? It's the remnants of a bygone age,
Yeah, there you go.
right?
Did you hit up Sanchez today?
He always hits me up, dude.
Okay. Yeah, he was in the area yesterday and he went to J&J and he bought a page from Jeff that he didn't know Jeff had from fuck, what series was it?
Booster Gold,
No, it was
Guy Gardner.
it was one of the 90s.
Booster Gold.
No, one of the Image 90s.
Oh, huh. Was it some shitty one like James
Young Bloods.
Valentino?
Young Bloods. It was Young Bloods. It was a page from David Finch art with Joe Weems inked. It was really nice.
And Joe Weems, he's dope, dude.
I don't know if you could see this.
Yeah, that's just because he's crying because he didn't get that, Jay Lee.
He had to make up for it.
That's right.
Hey,
Yeah,
so I wanted to
I was-
ask you guys a question
for
about the NFT stuff.
Oh, the person you had talked to is Lego. He left.
Well, I was going to ask, like, do you think that this is like a
A fad?
permanent thing, or is it just a fad?
I have no clue, dude.
I think it depends
People
on
are
how
making
people get into the metaverse or not.
So here's the thing. I was actually telling the guys to remind me about this.
There you go. There's your reminder.
So everywhere sometimes when I talk about when people talk about cryptocurrencies, they always say don't keep them on the exchange. Cold storage them, like grab a drive, pull them out, and make sure you storage them separate from the exchange. And everybody always refers to Executive Order 6102, which, if you're not familiar with American history, that's the executive order that Roosevelt signed to basically confiscate everybody's
All the
gold.
gold.
Yeah. And so people keep saying, there's nothing stopping the government, especially right now with times the way they are. If our dollar starts to crash and cryptocurrency becomes more valuable, this is where I made the connection to the whole GameStop fiasco last year, because what the government did was basically, I don't know, I feel like that was a test, and we as a society failed. Why? Because we see stocks and crypto as something rich, and therefore the people that don't have it didn't give two shits about the whole GameStop fiasco, because it's like, well, it's just a bunch of kids who, they made a lot of money, but the whole point is it was a test that, would we get outraged enough to the point where we would actually do something? And the truth is, just like everything else, we get outraged about it for 5 minutes and then it's gone. So if the government were to decide to have another Executive 6102 and confiscate crypto, take it off of everybody's exchange, and only allow people to have a certain amount of it in cold storage, the one thing that was made an exception in 6102 was to any recognized coin collectors or people who who had the coins and viewed them as art. So when you look at this whole NFT thing, you start seeing who's buying these. And it's obviously a bunch of people who have a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
So if there ever comes a time, and I'm a firm believer that that people who are well off get information much quicker than we do.
You think?
If there is any type of conspiracy, any type of talks about another Executive Order 6102 dealing with crypto, and basically having the dollar crash and the US converting all of its assets to crypto, because that's obviously the future. You can't deny it. The exception that's going to have to be made once again is anything that is viewed as art or collectible. So even though you own Ethereum and the government were to say you have to turn over all of your Ethereum and you're only allowed half a coin, half an ether, whatever the price of that half
How
an
do you
ether
turn
is,
it
okay?
over when you don't physically have it?
Well, here's the thing. Well, you could have it on the exchange, or you could have it in
as a
cold
wallet.
storage
Yeah.
as a crypto wallet. And but if you own an NFT, that's built off of the Ethereum blockchain. So the government can't confiscate your art because that's a collectible. How do you determine, that? So I feel like a lot of these dudes are buying these as a measure of protecting themselves in case there's another Executive Order 6102, because they can't confiscate artwork, even though it's built on the Ethereum blockchain. So essentially, if you have an NFT that is worth 3 ethers, which, right now is what, $4,000, $5,000, that's $15,000. Well, okay, I'm supposed to turn over all of my ether, all of my Ethereum, but my NFT is my artwork. I purchased that artwork. That is my artwork. So, well, if there's anything, we have to make an exception for artwork. They get to keep it. So I think that's what the whole NFT is. I don't think it's necessarily just a fab or a phrase. I think it's a measure of trying to protect their crypto, because I've been seeing a lot of people move from having the actual cryptocurrency to purchasing an NFT. And I was kind of curious why. And on multiple Reddits and subreddits and other people blogs talking about it, they all reference Order 6102. And I said, well, that doesn't make any sense. Hold on. So I dug a little deep into it, and I don't know, that's just my theory. So I think it's not just a fab. I think it's just a way of these dudes trying to protect themselves, because if they made an exception once, look at how laws are written, dude. Laws are written on top of other laws that are already passed. They don't start something from the ground up.
So what you're saying
think they
is I
do.
could take my crypto and stick it on a zip drive and it would magically be safe from somebody on the outside?
Not from the exchange. If you take it off of the exchange, it's like the people that were hoarding gold, even though they said you
But
can't
gold
have
is a
more
thing
than.
you can have. That's like this all this crypto shit is theoretical. How can I pull mine from the theory and have it separate to where from somebody getting it from? Well, I can
Well, it's
have my
not- it's-
gold in my bank. I can have my gold buried in the ground outside, but I can't pull my Shiba Inu coins, still have them be active and bury them in the ground outside.
Well, if you
How do
have
you
it,
how
in
do you
a-
do that?
if you have it in a crypto wallet, you can. At the end of the day, what you're buying is a piece of the
Explain
blockchain.
explain how a crypto wallet that is, and where is a crypto wallet?
Lexer makes one. There's multiple companies that make them.
But what is it? Like, is
It's
it?
based. It's one that you. It's a. It has an address. Basically, it's your drive. That's think of
So
it as
it's
your.
so it's another theoretical thing out there that they say that they have that you have to pay for.
No, so you buy the wallet that has your address, and only you create the password for it.
So you physically
you
have
take-
a wallet
Yes,
has that power goes to.
yes, and then you transfer your coins to that address that only you know the key for. That only you should know the password for, and you store them into that.
I think that call it old school, but I think that Jesus Christ, shut the door.
Hey, John asked, how the hell do they confiscate blockchains and funds?
As much as they want to say that it's really private, dude, at the end of the day, it all has an address. It's like
Call
it's
it
like your
EMP pulse.
yeah. Especially if people aren't aware and they still
Yeah,
keep it on the
seriously.
exchange.
Let's say you got $3 trillion in Bitcoin, and there's a solar flare.
But
My
they,
gold is still buried in the backyard.
but they need your password. How do they legally compel you to give it up?
How did they legally make you give up the gold? And when all that happened,
But the gold is a thing.
They
A
can
blockchain,
still-
a blockchain is
still,
still,
That's the thing,
it's
too.
still
I was gonna
theoretical.
say, because how many you just got hacked not too long ago, so it's easy to hack anything and to get into somebody's shit and to start pulling. Because I watched this one dude literally use a machine to just pull up credit card numbers, and he was literally taking thousands and thousands of dollars from people in like a few minutes. Because I don't know what this machine was, but he's out here in whatever city he was, just in his room, just straight out jacking people's accounts and fucking buying the most craziest shit out there. There's ways to get money out of people, even if you don't theoretically have it. It can be taken and mined and all that shit. Just like your debit card doesn't have cash, but when you use it, you're using it for cash. That's the same thing with the blockchain and the fucking wallet. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but I heard that the pass keys for the crypto are like 27 words long or some
Yeah.
crazy shit like that.
yeah, 27 keys.
But that's why
like,
they're so long, though, is because people are stealing so easy from others in just
Right.
regular debit cards that it needs to be a lot harder for them. So say that dude now has one to get into the Ethereum blockchain, and he's there for like a fucking day or 2 days, but he finally gets one. He's got some fucking cash right there. He made $5,000 from somebody, or 30,000, wherever fucking Bitcoin's at right now, $35,000 in one fucking 3-day binge, but he would have not made that in so long. It's wild the way that all these fucking, you can call them cyber pirates.
What happens if there is a solar flare?
Who knows? We'll see. We'll all just have to sit back and watch, because I doubt we're all sitting on millions of Bitcoin.
but it's like you said, Nate, at the end of the day, it's like, how do you determine the value of your gold? It's still on an exchange. It's still being monitored.
I'm just using gold as an example.
Yeah,
No,
and you
no, I
have to
know, but that's
take
what I'm
it
saying.
in.
It's like,
To
You
me,
would have to take it in.
the real
I-
currency that I have is food and ammunition. I mean, that's like if the shit hits the fan, that's a real commodity. If you can't eat, gold ain't gonna feed you. But a 45 or some ramen will. Ramen you can eat. 45 you can go take somebody else's ramen and eat.
What are you gonna do when all the water's gone? Can't
well,
cook that ramen.
I mean, depending on some people, how they see the situation, I mean, they could eat a 45. They just won't wake up.
Well, the reason that this whole thing got brought up is I follow Doug TenNapel, and I guess over the last year he's made $750,000 off of selling NFTs, and that's insane. And
Yeah.
he just got into it.
Yeah. And that's what's happening right now because it's so brand new that people that are just getting into and trying it out, they're seeing it's a lot of the people that were getting into everything early and they fucking keep just staying millionaires, billionaires because they're doing the new shit right away instead of just jumping in when it's too late.
Yeah.
We're here saying that it's not real and all that, but there's somebody out there making fucking millions of dollars right now.
Yeah, he was telling me that and I can't quite wrap my mind around the subject of NFTs, but he was talking about how his taxman was complaining because he had worked out all of his tax information. Then the last day of the year, Doug sold another $100,000 in NFTs and had to submit it to his tax guy. Hey, you got to redo everything. So I was just like, man, he's making bank off of that stuff.
So what about the people who've lost their passwords?
Well, like John said, it tells you when you first set it up too, that there's just amount of attempts and then it just goes bye-bye.
But you bought that money.
There's a guy in the US who has $30 million in Bitcoin that he's
sure.
one password attempt away from getting it locked.
He's going around the dumpster from his house. He goes rummaging through the dumpster every day trying to find that password.
Yeah, dude,
that he threw out.
Find that.
But I don't know.
It's his responsibility. I mean, if you're gonna have that much money invested, you better believe I'm gonna have it tattooed on the inside of my lip or something.
That's what I said.
When I look in the mirror, I can read it.
That is exactly what you said, Jose.
I said, get that shit tattooed. No one's gonna know what the fuck it means.
You put it somewhere, lock it in a safety deposit box. I mean, you put it someplace. You don't put it on your, takeout menu and hope for the best. Whatever.
But yeah, it's wild. I was looking at my cat, the pictures I take of my cats, and I'm like, fuck, how did I turn one of these cats into an NFT? There's got to be a niche somewhere, but I just need to figure it out because fuck, dude, I wouldn't mind making $100 off a cat picture. Shit, $20 just sitting in my fucking phone. It was artsy.
Let me know, and I'll help submit. We'll have a whole model.
Right? We'll have
call it the Ginger Cat Club.
Yeah. And it's funny thing is, it's not the ginger cat; it's the fucking the tabby.
Oh, it's the other one. Well, I got one of those too.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck, I need to figure out how to do this because it's still early, but I want to get in on it at least now before it's too late.
So we got some people watching right now. If you haven't had a chance, check out the video that we dropped on Friday for El Topo. We kind of reorganized, we remixed the format for the show, and I think it came out really well. And this Friday we're going to have the good, the bad, and the ugly, and it's going to be on the same format. I think it's going to come out really well too. I'm putting a little bit more time and energy into it, and then coming up for our next movie, we're going to have It's not Desperado. We already watched Desperado. It rhymes, right?
Silverado.
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 Desperado. We already watched that one.
Yeah, when they were trying to curve the bullets. He was
That
making
was
that,
before Curve the Bullets was a thing. They're the inventors.
that one was.
Mark
Then
Millar.
it's gonna
saw
be
that.
my turn. Then it's gonna be my turn. Oh, I'm so excited.
What'd you got in
So-
store for us? Give us a snippet of a preview.
Oh, of mine?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm either going with a Beatles movie, a Cusack movie, or Enter the Dragon.
Let's go with the enter. Medea asked if anybody watched the Cowboy Bebop movie. I didn't watch it.
I watched the first episode of it, and it wasn't bad, but it wasn't captivating.
Isn't it already canceled?
Yeah, it is. That's why I didn't watch it. I was like, why am I going to invest my time into this? Israel, you have a good night, brother. Thank you for joining us. Always a pleasure. Oh, also, Israel invited us all to a party on the 22nd. It's an
Oh, cool.
office. It's an office party.
So we bring staplers or what?
Staplers or 3-hole punches on your shirt.
No,
I get
that's
it.
not office space. That's the office.
The
TV
office,
show.
yeah. But you can still bring a stapler and a bowl of Jello.
Oh, there you go.
I'm gonna come as Willy Wonka because Michael Scott is Willy Wonka in one episode,
Okay.
or one of Scott's tots. That's a good one.
Give me your tots.
Yeah, we did that movie too. If you've never seen that review, and that was
Yeah,
Jose's first time
Napoleon
watching
came out well.
Napoleon.
No, I'm excited. I'm excited. You know, the will was a cool gimmick for a minute, but I think that we have more fun when we're actually into these
Enjoying the films, yeah.
movies. Yeah, when we're actually enjoying the
Hey,
films.
Make Havoc finally join the party. What up? What up?
What's going on, Sanchito? Let me get Sanchez in here. Let me send him an invite. Let me see.
He has arrived.
Come on. There you go, Sanchez.
So you guys still waiting for that pallet of fucking DC books?
Yeah, that stupid shit was supposed to show up today, and now it's like it'll be here by the end of the day. I'm like, well, what do they mean by end of day? You know,
It's
Yeah,
gonna
what I
be
mean?
one of those Kentucky
Now it's all
landfill
pending.
They
deliveries.
said end of days.
Son of a bitch. That's right. So my dad has to stay home tomorrow at his because it's all getting delivered to his house. So he has to stay home tomorrow to to wait for it to show up. But that's fine because we'll have 10 boxes of diamond stuff to go through, Marvel and Independence.
That was a lousy movie, by the way. End of Days. It's terrible.
Apocalypse. On.
What's going on,
I just
guys?
feel like
What's up, Sanchito?
How's everybody doing?
Oh, you missed our talking
Yes,
about you getting Dirty Sanchez out of the live stream.
Yeah, I was
Accident.
I was on my phone the whole time, and I'm like, I thought it was so early, so I'm like, I thought it was barely gonna be like 9:30. It's like, oh shoot, it's 10:30 already. I missed it.
It's all good. You can go back and watch it. It's been pretty informative, actually. We had some good stuff going on, talking about the diamond delays and why we didn't have a comic cave last week. Talked about NFTs. We talked about you getting Dirty Sanchez. We talked about what else?
You guys talk about the rise on CGC also.
Oh, that's what we forgot to talk about.
Oh,
That's what I wanted to talk
well,
about.
open it up. Open up the jar. Let's do it.
Go for it, Steve. You talk about it.
Well, it seems like they raised the prices on everything, right? On all the tiers and also the shipping.
Oh yeah, you see, that's right. Fucking bastard.
You know what makes them be the one? People are choosing for them to be the one. If you go choose to use the other, if you go choose to use the other surface, if everybody chooses to use the other surface, then that becomes the one.
Well,
Well,
it
then they
seems
raise
like
their prices and then they get backed up and they.
But why would you
So-
raise your prices if you know that you became the one because you offered something different than the one who got lost their shit?
well,
They're gonna have to hire more people because more people are submitting stuff to them. They're gonna have to hire more, which means.
You know, I don't
costs,
mind
which
paying
means-
more. What I don't like is them charging you more when your book is worth more and shit like that.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
kind of-
not down with that. That's fucking horse shit. How you gonna charge
You
me
know,
value
like-
when it's my value, not yours, asshole?
Yeah, inflation happens, things happen. If they raise the price, like cheeseburgers cost more right now. I can deal with that. But charging people more because charging me more because my shit's worth, that's not your thing. You're not selling me it. You're not doing anything different.
You didn't sell it to me. I'm not buying it off you. All you're doing is doing a service I'm paying you to do. That's it. That's it. I'm paying you to do a service. I don't
always
sell
done that
people
since day
tires and
one.
then drive their tires for
CDC's
them.
done that since day one, though.
They could eat a dick.
With their
Straight up.
older
them and their
comics, they've
stupid
always
asses.
done that. That's not a new thing. That's
The
a
new thing to me, and I've never heard it.
No, they just
Their service.
charged a higher tier for the older books for the grading,
no.
which
no.
So what they would do is that say you send in Action Comics #1, okay? What they do is they charge you for the slab and everything, and then they charge you a percentage of the perceived value of the grade that it's going to get.
since
They've
when?
done that since day one.
Yeah, since day one.
So what's the dollar amount that they start doing that at? Because they didn't do it with any of the books that I sent.
Well,
Yes,
that's because
yours
what
is
you're
not that-
sending in is modern and economy and value and all of that. And the only reason why you get away with that is because it's a flat rate. But it's from the 1970s to present or 1980s to present now.
I got lots of books from the 60s they didn't do that with.
Yeah, but your books are not that
Then you-
expensive.
Yeah. So there's also a price point on top of it.
Yeah.
So certain comics past a certain age, you get charged a perceived value of whatever the grade is. And they've been doing that since day one.
So they charge you again, or they just charge you more?
No, what they do is they charge you the price for the slabbing, like they do everything. And then once it's graded, it has a monetary value based on the grade, and then they charge you a price based off of whatever the grade is.
I think I'm going to
On
break
top
up with
of-
them.
On top of, but they've been doing that since day one. That's
So
that's not a new thing.
it
The
could have
new
been.
thing
I could
is-
have got through it because my books weren't that expensive when I did them.
Yeah.
It's
That's
They're more.
possible.
They're worth more now.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah,
my-
no. Now, yeah, but it's possible. But I'm just saying, from like the night, it's like there's a cutoff year, and from that point earlier, that's where they charge you the slab cost plus a percentage based off the perceived value of the grade that it's getting. That's always been a thing, but what they're doing now, they're raising their prices on a lot of the other tiers, and they're not cutting down the turnaround time. So it's gonna take just as long, and they're gonna charge you more.
And that's why people are so
Wait.
mad because they did not cut the turnaround time. And last year in March, there was that they did a raise, and then
Mhm.
less than a year, and they already did another raise on their prices. And so, and if you see their post, 95% of the comments are all negative. They're really pissed off because everybody's complaining about the turnaround time, and they're expecting if like you said, if you're gonna pay more, I don't mind paying more if it's a better service. But since you haven't changed anything, and I'm paying more, people are getting angry, and there's a lot of people that are actually jumping to CVCS because of this.
That's the way to do it. Everybody has to get on board and fucking stop sending books to CGC. Let them catch up, and then just don't even use their service anymore. Let them fuck themselves.
I say we go with PGX.
Okay, you're out of here.
No.
Well, that's for the good old bag and board and Mylar.
So bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's why now. I mean, I'm gonna do the CGC for George Perez, but after that, I am not sure if I'm gonna use them anymore or not. I need to really debate on it. Especially the only reason why I would use them more if they're in the cons, because usually they have a booth on there. But other than that, I don't know.
And CBCS has booths too in the cons.
I never see them.
No, I've seen them. You just have to.
You have to look.
Yeah, we have to. But you know people who are working in the CGC cons too, so they're a lot more obvious.
Yeah.
To you. You know, but yeah, that's just not.
Yeah,
good
next time you
business.
see one of them at the con, tell them to fuck off.
Yeah, but you're not seeing CGC himself. That's like going and getting mad at Bob the Goon because you're pissed at the Joker.
You go yell at what's his name? You go yell at Bill Gates about your iPhone crashing. I mean, your fucking Microsoft shit crashing. You go to Steve Jobs' gravesite and yell at him for your iPod crashing.
Oh, damn.
Burn all your turtlenex.
You take a piss on his grave. How dare
Oh,
this iPod
jeez.
not work anymore? Take that, you son of a bitch.
So did you guys get your big DC stuff yet? Or I know I'm late. So-
We were just talking about that. That's a negative. They
Oh,
said
no?
they're gonna get it on the end of days. AYZ.
Wow.
End
God,
of days.
dude, it's just.
So is it in the Midwest or where is it at
No,
right now?
it's like the last time I think it was scanned was like New Mexico.
And now it's
Like
back in
yesterday.
New Jersey.
Are they
Dude,
bringing it
New
with
Something
horses?
to the Grand Canyon or something.
Are they bringing it with a wagon and horses or what?
Yeah, right.
Fucking Pony Express.
What the hell's going on?
It's the fucking what's that good? The Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
One
The
of the
driver
one of
got
the
dysentery.
yeah, one of the drivers got diarrhea and died. Oh fucking A, dude. What a fucking shit show.
It's like, is it still on task? It's still on task for delivery, and then
Oh,
like
Rough
wait.
though, dude.
Someone
This
stubbed their
This
toe.
supply chain shit is no joke, man.
fuck.
Dude, my work right now, we're like fucking last week we had fucking 40% comps over 2019. 40% comps is ridiculous. And then the supply chain problems, and then 33% of the crew being out. It's just like fucking, I'm like hopping, I'm like this is for you, Josh. I'm like the knight in Holy Grail hopping on one foot trying to fight.
Oh fuck! Listen to that, a Holy Grail reference. Fuck
Wow.
me. Shit, the movie did impact you, bro.
It did,
Regardless
man.
if you didn't like it.
Changed.
It changed the man.
No, it's open a comic book day store. They said it'll be fun. They said
I was excited because I was like,
during a
well,
pandemic. Why the heck not?
I was excited because I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to Ray's on Friday.
I know. I felt
go
so
hang
bad.
out. And I was like, I'm gonna go hang out with the guys and everybody. And then I get a text, oh, I don't think we didn't get the thing. Like, oh man. Like sucks.
I want you to show up, and then we weren't there. That would have been so bad. I would have felt really bad.
Oh,
This week's Comic Cave's pick of the week is the Red Room.
oh damn.
I can't read that.
I
This
can't
thing-
read that.
Oh,
This thing is so fucking brutal. Jesus.
oh my god, it's so.
You guys carry this in the store?
You know, if somebody orders it, we will. But
You need to have one on the shelf. The
That's
top
just
shelf.
the-
You know what Lucas
It's
said.
at the trade or what?
I don't get it. Please elaborate.
That's a
It's
that's
like
a very
it's like the dark web,
It's
red
a
room,
super dark
web.
web, and it shows just all the brutality that you can find on the internet. And it's like you read it and you're just like, you
It's
know what the
nasty.
fucked up part? This shit exists somewhere.
It's
Is it the
like
Faces of
watching
Death
9
comic or something?
millimeter mixed with a little bit of 7 and throw in a dash of Reservoir Dogs and
8.5, 8 millimeter.
yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, 8 millimeter with a dash of 7.
And Red for dogs. Yeah, it's fucking brutal.
it's really brutal.
Have you guys seen
harsh.
Old Boy?
Yeah.
What up,
Oh my God,
sir?
talk
The
about
original or
brutal.
the original or the other one?
I watched the Josh Brolin one.
That
Oh,
was,
you haven't
that
seen the
sucks.
original one then.
I haven't
Yeah,
seen the
the
original.
original-
one.
Yeah, don't
The
talk to me.
Korean one. Watch the Korean one.
Yeah, the original one's awesome.
Was it a movie or is it anime or
It's a
was
movie.
It
It's a
A
movie.
movie.
It's a movie.
Can't watch that stuff.
It was around the same time that they were buying all those Korean properties, and they bought The Ring and
Grudge.
The Grudge and all those, and Old Boy was one of those, but it took a while for Old Boy to actually be made because it kept getting like, I don't know, some legal shit happened with it. That's why it took so long. But when it finally got released, it basically went straight to like on demand.
The creator from Old Boy, man, that guy's crazy as fuck. All his movies are crazy.
What year was it? Would it qualify for Late to the Party?
I don't think so. Let me
Oh,
check.
no, the original, the Old Boy,
The remake
original
is
one, yeah.
13.
Oh, so yeah, the original should fall under
Yeah.
the parameters.
Like it didn't get me till the end. Dude, the remake's good, bro.
It's not like the original, bro.
Dude,
It's
you
not.
get to see
Trust me.
Elizabeth. The original one, if the original one has Elizabeth Olsen all naked through it,
Oh, no, God, get out of here.
yes or no? Because
It
the
does not-
remake is automatic 12 buckets, dude. Elizabeth Olsen is magically delicious, dude. And I
Yeah,
know
she's
because I
beautiful.
saw all her Lucky Charms
It's
in
a
that movie.
2003, so it is 2003,
That's the original, right?
the original.
Liz, I want to make sure. I don't want to keep scaring Liz away from our movies, though.
Those are movies that I have I have a hard time watching it. I think 20 years ago it probably would have been no problem, but as I'm finding as I get older, like I can't
soft.
handle it.
You've gone soft, Liz. What happened to you? You used to be cool.
I got old.
Be cool, man. I remember we used to step on bugs and rip out the wings and
That's
watch them
right.
suffer.
Get that magnifying glass out.
Burn that fire ant hole.
Dig them pungy pits. Lure unsuspecting people from the park.
Is that Red Room? Was that a trade paperback or what was
Yeah, that was a trade.
Okay.
That was a trade because I missed, I believe, the last issue, and I just wanted to read it all in one sitting. And I was just like, geez, Louise, I had to take breaks with that book. Fucking brutal. I forget.
I was like, well, what's this all about?
we
And
re-
I just
when we
opened up some
reviewed it-
random one. And
Yeah,
I was
when I
like,
was
oh,
reviewing it, I was like, geez, Louise, this is not for everybody. This is for some people, but maybe even not you would like it. It's terrible. But that Peach Momoko issue covers like $100+
Yep.
Hey, welcome aboard, Serge Henderson. Let's see. Hello, everybody in the panel. I like the Guy Gardner wallpaper. Wow, you're like a club of one.
no, he's a club of two.
Okay.
Hey, that's the best Green Lantern ever. Let's just put that out there, okay?
Let's
And
see,
he's coming out on the HBO Max.
if it doesn't have a bowl cut, it's not Guy Gardner. Let's see the panel in the right corner. Let's see. I was wondering how's things going with you guys in business, and what do we think about the Naomi thing for the CW?
They start pretty good. I haven't watched any of the real CWs in a while. In a minute.
I just read an article that they're selling CW.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Ooh.
The Warner
They're,
Brothers has been owning it.
yeah, that they're gonna sell
They're gonna cut
it's
a piece out of their wheelhouse.
yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
I just read that. If you, I mean, I know Nathan has a computer right there in front of him. You can check it out. But there was an article. I think I read it yesterday or the day before. They were showing that they were thinking of selling CW.
And I believe it,
The last shows I watched was like I watched some Arrow. I watched a couple of seasons of Supergirl. I think I watched a season of Legends of Tomorrow.
I really enjoy Legends
Wow.
Tomorrow and Arrow.
I
Arrow was
only
really
watched
good.
it because it had the actor from Doctor Who.
I watched Arrow
like-
for 2 seasons, and then I was trying to watch The Flash.
There you go. Yeah, that's it right there.
Warner may be looking to sell the CW in the future. Maybe looking to. Warner and Viacom CBS are considering selling their jointly owned CW network, which airs shows like The Flash, Riverdale, and Batwoman. Good old, that's Josh's favorite, Batwoman. Warner Media
It's
and
right up there at the top, man.
Yeah, man.
Warner- Let's see, The Flash. I hate when they say the same thing over and over again.
Right? They re-say the headline.
Yeah, dude, I don't do that. Let's see.
Let me show you how to write an article.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They just
I
said
don't know
it
if
has
this
its
is the article
potential.
that I read, but it was showing that it was that they're gonna sell that portion of CW.
Yeah, he was asking how your guys' business is doing at the comic store.
Well,
Raise.
it's good. It's good. We're getting a lot of walk-in traffic, new customers, building up the base. We have a signing next weekend. Oh no, I'm sorry, this
It's
Saturday.
this weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Saturday.
It's next Saturday, guys. Where's everybody at? I told them next Saturday. You meant this Saturday.
15th.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's this Saturday
Who
from
is
10 to 1. We're having the writer for Canto, David Booher, is coming in. He also wrote so he's known right now for Canto. He did a one shot for the Firefly universe for Boom. He also did Killer Queens, which was for Dark Horse. And then what we're going to be promoting is a new Image title called Rain. He's doing the
Is he bringing
the
ash cans with him?
What?
Is he bringing any ash cans with him for
He
rain?
might. I don't know. I know he'll bring. Well, they have some whatnot exclusives for Rain. I don't know if they'll have it going before, or if they'll have it for sale before or after the signing, because I just know that they have Drew Zucker, the guy who does the art for Canto, did some exclusive whatnot covers for Rain. So we'll have, it's an Image title that's coming out. So we got there's an A and a B cover. There are incentives for them, but I think the incentives are spoken for already. And I'm sure he'll bring prints and variant covers for Canto and Rain and stuff like that too. Stickers and all kinds of fun stuff.
Cool.
And the signatures are free. It's a free event.
What time does it start?
10. It's from 10 to 1. And then because he has another signing that he's doing down in San Diego. So he has to, and that starts at like 3 or 4 in the afternoon for the same, for Rain as well, but down in the San Diego area. So, but it's a free event. So, I mean, it's free in the sense that you get the signatures, but if he's got exclusives and other things that he's selling, and we'll
Rain
have, like,
comes out this week. Joe Hill's
Yes.
Rain.
Rain comes out this Wednesday. So
Yeah.
we'll be doing the signing on
Like
Saturday.
There's 4 covers, a black and white, and a blank.
So the A, and I think there's the A cover, the B cover. The black and white might be the incentive. I think there's a 1 out of 10 or a 1 of 25 incentive, and I think there's a 1 of 50 or a 1 of 100. So there are other incentives for it as well. And yeah, there is a blank cover, but I don't know. We'll see what his art looks like, I guess.
All right, let's wrap it up, guys. I got to deal with the. I'm surprised you can't hear the screams. All right, so let's see. Tomorrow, Tuesday. Tuesday's a big day for people with
Fuzzy.
the Collection Connection. Fuzzy.
Oh, what up?
God,
Good God!
I love watching. I'm the one that Mr. Fuzzy. I'm always the one that's on there when I show up. It's always me, and I love it. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good. So tomorrow we got Whatnot. Comic Cave guys are on Whatnot for Tequila Tuesdays.
Fuzzy's on before us, so make sure you check out Fuzzy and the Fat Man. I don't know what time he's going on, either 4:30, 5:30.
Like at 4 or 5 o'clock. I think.
Yeah, he'll be
Pacific
on
time?
then- yeah. And then when he gets off, we'll be going on around 8:30.
When he gets off.
And we'll be getting fucking tequila drunk. Me and Jose couldn't kill a bottle, just me and him. So Lego will be back this weekend. We'll have another bottle to go. We'll have a bottle and a half.
Well, and I hate to interrupt, but in between those shows, we might be doing an Instagram live sale for new comics as well.
Oh yeah.
So
And that's from what's the Instagram?
usually, it's race comics, just like it is on Whatnot. But
And then go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
Okay. And then coming out on Wednesday is The Many Deaths of Layla Starr, the Comic Cave's pick of the year is finally coming to trade.
Yeah,
And I need to buy that one.
we got copies.
I need
I'll
to get
take one.
a copy of that.
I'll have one, please.
So Sanchez and you need one too, Isaac.
Yeah.
You got it.
Serge asked how much he charges for signatures. I believe the signatures are free.
Signatures are free. You just have to buy the comic. And the signature's free.
Go to Ray's Harbor Boulevard, right by the Great Wolf Lodge. You can't miss it. All right, and then Comic Cave on Wednesday. We'll be back on Wednesday, so stay tuned to Collection Connection. And then we got the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly coming out on Friday, and that should round out the week. We've got supplies coming in. We're going to be starting up a new previews show. So once a week, Liz is going to be doing the previews from the different brands coming out. She'll be doing local Marvel, DC, Image, and we're excited about doing her own little deal. Everybody will have a little show, and then we'll all form Voltron for the live stream. So thanks for
It's gonna be what? It's gonna be the list corner.
Just
Previews.
Liz.
previews with Liz.
So I'll get you guys up to date like 2 months out as to what you guys should be ordering or letting you know.
Nice.
Hey, Animal Castle's second print's coming out this week.
Yes, it is.
I'll take one, please.
A copy of all those.
All right, guys.
Their orders now.
Good shit. All right,
Get
guys.
a pad and paper. We'll see you later, guys.
Good night.
Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.
Good night, guys.